All right, Thunder fans, we're here. Travis Lonix, postgame here. Thunder manager Shawn Chacon. Thunder on the bus back from State College to Trenton, New Jersey. Midnight here, 12:20. Thunder took down the Spikes 13-8 to salvage the series. Big time win, improved to 13-4. Shawn, thanks for hopping on here on the bus ride back, and congrats on the win tonight. Happy Father's Day to you as well.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Good to be back. Sorry if it's a little noisy. Karaoke kind of stewed after a little bit of playtime on the mic, but the boys they're happy. We're vibing. Good win to salvage, like you said, and the day off tomorrow. So I think everybody's in a good place.
Yeah, it's awesome. First touch on briefly, I guess, your last two games. You guys two losses by just a couple of runs apiece. Friday was 9-7, but tight game out hit him 12-10. Yesterday, 5-2 loss. He hits even 6-6 tonight. Bases loaded there in the ninth inning. So just talk on those kind of tough games, but we saw from team wise.
Yeah, I mean they were tough. They were tough games on all accounts. We didn't. The defense wasn't as strong. The pitching was. We caught ourselves behind in the count, walking some guys. So it made the game a little bit longer and difficult for us. But St. Paul's played well. Some of the timely hitting wasn't there, but that's baseball. So, you take the good with the bad. It's been really good for us up to this point. So, the message was just keep playing, keep pushing through. There's some fatigue setting in. This time of the year, guys are, thinking about the draft a little bit more. Some of these pitchers have pitched like, 80, 90 innings to this point. Oh. So, the new travel, the schedule playing every day, it's all new to them. So we expect this type of fatigue, and the results not to be as consistent. But, these guys are athletes. They are, top prospects, in their, age group, relatively speaking. So, they bounced back. And tonight was, it was just cool to see them, down 6-0, just stay with it. And, ended up coming out with a win.
Yeah, like you said, down 6-0 through the first five. Spikes got the 6 across the first 5 innings there. You guys all had some runners on base early. Base loaded in the fifth, but couldn't come through. But then 8-run 6th inning obviously helped. A lot of walks by the Spikes, some errors, but I see a couple. Patton had a big hit in that inning, and you guys just making it happen, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think it was tough to not scratch out a run or two when early when we had guys in scoring position with less than 2 outs, but you just again the point of this league is to prep these guys, to showcase them, and a lot of what they're doing here is new. So we're teaching them the game of baseball, and you get a guy on second and third, guys on second and third with 1 out or less, the at-bats change, the approach changes, and that's for the game. But it's just little stuff that they're just slowly but surely getting used to. So, there's no panic. They keep getting opportunities, and eventually, if we're consistent as staff and coaches, like they are too. So tonight just proved, stay calm as coaches, as the ones they follow, and let the baseball, the flow, the ebb and flow of baseball come to you. And that's what they did. They were able to capitalize on some walks, and a couple of plays that weren't made, maybe an error or two there, and that leads to the big inning, and that's what we had tonight.
Yeah. 8-run 6, go ahead 8-6, and then you come back with 2 in the 6th. And you put in Andrew Berg, who's been dominant, absolute dog for you guys. He throws 3 innings, ends up being hitless in his line, gets the win in the game. Bringing him in there.
Berg, oh man, I couldn't wait to see Berg pitch. And honestly, the last 2 games, him being, in my mind, one of our, best, if not the best, high leverage pitcher. We didn't have an opportunity for him to pitch, and I just, trying to keep him reined in is a challenge because he wants to pitch every day regardless. But he's been caged up, so to speak. So tonight, when we saw the opportunity to get him in there to to hold the game down, and then we were able to extend him like a bunch. So he was big for us, and that's the type of guy you look to. We call him the fireman for a reason. Puts out the fire, holds it there, and then we're able to keep that momentum that we gained. And even though they added 2 to tie it up, like we still held on to that momentum and that bats that the hitters were having. They were just so good, so patient, just letting the game come to them.
Gosh, yeah, it's awesome. Well, let's do a 4-run 7th to go ahead. It was 12-8, another run in the 9th, make it 13-8 final score. So awesome win there, coming back, salvaging the series like we said.
The guys were hyped too, man. I mean, we for the most, for all intents and purposes, we were getting our butts kicked for 2 days, so 2.5 games. So
yeah,
it was tough, to sit and just understand and believe that, just you guys stay focused, keep taking good at bats. Pitchers come in, try to be aggressive, throw strikes, and honestly, when the team felt the momentum shift, I mean, they didn't let it go, and it was like smell of blood, and they knew. So, I'm just proud of them. If you want to talk about a team effort and win, then, as a manager, you're just proud of them for sticking it out and snatching it up when it was time. But,
yeah.
It's, makes the trip home a lot better when you don't lose. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I would say from my perspective, obviously this game went almost 4 hours, and a lot of them have gone. So you guys, like you said, you got to stay together and just grind through it. Longer games than probably most games they've probably played in and stuff. Normally.
You know what, dude? We're grinders, and part of being, an athlete and a professional athlete is understanding who you are. And I've said it from day one. Like, there's nothing spectacular about any one player on this team. They're all very good players, but it seems to me like they're all so tough, mentally tough, and the ones who maybe weren't as mentally tough have kind of adopted that attitude because of the dudes that are around them. So I feel like with our staff being the same way, like, trust me, being in the draft league for my 5th season, it makes you mentally tough, so
yeah.
I'm just, trying to let them know, like, hey, man, take it as it comes, stay the course. And then they put themselves in the good positions to, show off their skills, which ultimately that's what we're here for.
Yes, sir. 100%. Just want to ask you about the first base position. I didn't think on Carson Sabathia, and hasn't played in a while, and still no roster, though.
Carson. Yeah, he's taking a break. He's got some, the combine coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of players will be gone this next, I think, 5 or 7 days or something like that. So,
gotcha.
Carson got a bunch of at-bats early, in this season, and, he was just resting, not preparing himself for the combine, but he'll be back, pretty sure once that combine ends.
Gotcha. So what have you seen from mix of guys like Climate, Patton, and new guy Lopez playing first base, rotating in there? You got
he's been out. This is how the game goes, Travis. Listen,
yes, sir.
Guys, I tell guys, if you play the game, if you're in baseball, if you're just in it, you show up and you work every day, it evens itself out. So, some of the guys that weren't getting as much playing time or weren't getting, at a position or whatever early because, Carson's here. Now it's kind of opened up, the road, so to speak, for guys to, have opportunities. So, Binding's been playing more first. Augie Lopez, who we just acquired, who is a USC Trojan. He just arrived. He was a catcher and plays everywhere. At this time of year, it's like guys that are preparing for the draft that may have been in the College World Series or whatnot are showing up to get more appearances to showcase. So, I guess you can say it's kind of a revolving door, so to speak, but it's good to see that the guys that have been waiting for the opportunity step up and, capitalize. It's been really good to see.
Yeah, it's awesome. Team-wise record, 13-4, salvaging the series, 2-game leader of Williamsport. Couple weeks left in the first half of draft league season. So, your thoughts last 2 weeks, and Mahoney Valley up next. You guys haven't played them yet. They're 9-9 so far. At home after the off day on Tuesday, game 1 of that series.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Mahona Valley when Tuesday comes, right now it's I think the focus for the staff is just to make sure that, come this next series, our guys are prepared. We kind of iron out some of these wrinkles with the pitching staff and, just kind of like refresh their minds as to what they're doing, just get them back on track. So I don't think, it'll change. We go back home, the boys love playing at home, and we'll be ready.
Yeah, awesome. So, final message. I guess it was Father's Day. You guys played today. Any message to your family back home and everything?
Yeah, man. To all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to everybody. The kids, cherish, the times you get with your parents and your dads. It's tough being a dad. Not as tough as being a moms that are listening, but just saying, dads are important too, and they like love too. So love on your dads for a day. And, everybody out there, all love.
Yeah, awesome. Love that. All right. Thunder Manager Shawn Chacon, thanks for your time tonight after the 13-8 win over the Spikes, salvage this series. Safe travels back home to Trenton, and as always, let's go Thunder. Thanks, man.
Go Thunder. Go Thunder. Thanks, Jeff.
Let's go.